A big welcome to our KTN studios for the Morning Express Sports Chat segment. And this morning in our studios, I've brought along Tony Anelka from the Standard sub-editing desk. Welcome to our studios, Anelka.
Thank you.
But first of all, let's look at what happened over the weekend. On Saturday, of course, New Zealand beat Australia 34-17 in the World Rugby final match that was played at Twickenham. And really, it was expected that New Zealand would beat Australia, but then Australia gave in their best. And Anelka, you must have been watching that game, or you are preparing for the Gor Mahia coronation. Did you watch the rugby final?
Yeah, actually I did, and it came after the the match, the big match that we had yesterday. And we have to give it up to New Zealand. Actually, they were the best team in the tournament. They're the big boys of rugby. Though Australia did their best all through the tournament, it's not a surprise. Actually, that's a rugby nation as well as New Zealand. And we had surprises, actually, the little surprises from Japan, the shock wins. And Argentina, if you ask me, was the most outstanding team of the tournament, actually, apart from the big boys of the tournament.
They've been hailed as a very entertaining side.
Sure.
And losing to Australia in that semi-final, they felt really that maybe they should have beaten Australia.
They should have done better, absolutely. True. Yeah, they had a better team, they have good players, and they gave it all. Yeah.
But then the rugby people have really said that this New Zealand side is could be the best ever in world rugby, and the way they beat Australia. Australia tried to come back, but then they couldn't.
Actually, New Zealand is a very tactical team. Actually, if you ask me, and look at the kind of players they have. They have the Player of the Year, Dan Carter, who announced his retirement after making 112 appearances.
And in fact, the newspapers are saying that there's no end in sight for New Zealand's domination. They have even installed them as the favorites for the 2019 in Japan.
Actually, they have a team and they'll go all the way. Actually, they don't have any challenges. Australia will come close, but ask me anything, New Zealand is the team.
Do you think Kenyans will make it to Japan?
We still have a long way. Issues are here and there, but we can make it. We can make it, yeah.
In terms of the TV audience, I'm told it was the best watched World Cup final.
The biggest, actually, Twickenham was the best. The place you can think about and everything and all that. Yeah.
The atmosphere was really great, and the rugby fans really enjoyed it. And let's move on now. New York Marathon that was run last night. Mary Keitany, winning it for Kenya, as well as Stanley Biwott, winning it in the men's category. Did you watch the
Yes,
show?
I did. I actually, it came around 3 there. And we had to, catch, what's happening, in the marathon world. And we have Biwott there winning the men's marathon, and Keitany pulling a back-to-back win, defending the title since Paula Radcliffe in 2007, 2008. Actually, that's a great achievement.
A great achievement for Mary Keitany.
Sure.
And the fact that really it's a very difficult tournament, difficult race to run.
Sure.
But then she goes there.
Yeah.
She shrugs off the Ethiopians.
Yeah, with a very good timing there. And we give it up to Biwott also, pulling 2 hours and 10 minutes there. Yeah, it's a good thing.
I think
the winners actually. It's a good one.
They really deserve it.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
You think going forward, Kamoror and Mary Keitany could make the Rio Olympics final?
It's a challenge to it's a challenge to many runners as well, and they have a big challenge trying to protect whatever they've made here and make it bigger even in future. And we have hopes in them.
The fact that Kenya did not really perform well at the World Championships, but then they've come back. They've won it in the New York. I think. Do you think Kenyans are now on track again to righting all those wrongs in Beijing?
We are on the right track, and you see, with athletics, we can never go wrong. If we take it serious and do the right thing at the right time, we'll go all the way. Yes.
How motivating would this picture on that front page of Standard would be to the people of athletics?
Actually, it's quite different, from other dailies where we have Gor Mahia, but this is the athletics. We know Kenya is, a running country, and athletics is everything. So this is absolutely very wonderful. Yeah.
But then you cannot take that away also from, Gor Mahia fans.
Sure.
They are Kenyans.
Sure. But we have it right here. Yeah.
At the back.
Yeah.
A very impressive, very good picture here.
Yeah, sure.
Gor is going for keeps.
Exactly.
For keeps. You are going to keep this for the rest of...
Actually, you win it 3 times in a row, the trophy is yours for keeps.
Very nice picture there on the back of the Standard newspaper saying that Gor has gone for keeps. They've won it for 3 consecutive years, Anelka.
Yes.
Because above all, you went unbeaten. I don't know, last night I'm told most Gor Mahia fans must have gone to bed without removing their shoes. Are you one of those?
No, I'm not one of them anyway, but we celebrated, quite hugely, and we had a very wonderful time. Fans really, behaved at the celebration. They gave players all the time to have the wonderful photos of the historic day. And, going unbeaten, Mr. Toskin is not just winning the title. Yeah. Let's look at the unbeaten itself. They played 30 matches.
30 matches.
24 wins with 6 draws, scoring 60 goals and conceding only 12
goals. So wonderful. And those, look at those pictures, those fans, they've got all the reasons, to celebrate Gor Mahia's win.
You have to celebrate, actually. This is a historic thing. You will live, to remember the whole of your life. Sure.
I was going through the library pictures, the newspapers. I couldn't really find a lot of information about the 1976 title winners. But then those fans there, many years to come, they'll be asking themselves or telling their children, their friends, where were you on that day when Gor Mahia won the league unbeaten? Yeah,
actually they will be talking about, back in the days, in the year 2015.
2015.
Yeah, we saw it all, and go pull it, unbeaten. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, and it will put somehow a permanent stigma in their brains.
I can see an FC Leopards jersey amongst those fans.
Yeah, it's a celebration. You have to join the crowd, actually, even if you're FC.
But you're putting on FC Leopards jersey.
Yeah, those are fans who are welcomed, actually. Though we had the other match, FC being beaten the other side, but they had to come to New Stadium to witness the historic day. Yeah. And
I also saw the surviving legends, Gor Mahia's legends from the 1976 squad. About 6 or 8 of them. I can see them.
They were there. They were there. Actually, yeah.
I saw the very nice picture on page 43 of the Standard newspaper. Page 43 of Standard newspaper, where legends grace Gor Mahia's crowning moment. And I can see on this picture there is Maurice Ocheng Oletunda, this James Ogola Kadir, Maurice Ocheng Sonyi. There's also David Okello, Martin Ouma, Paul Owora, and Alan Figo, who was the player coach. Yeah. Was it something, to savor to see Alan Figo at Nyayo Stadium?
Yeah, it was a wonderful, though we never wasted the year, actually we were not there, but then again, we have to, talk of history time and again. It was a wonderful year, pulling the league unbeaten, which has been repeated again in 2015. So we have to give it up to the legends. They did it well, and they had to be recognized.
How do these teams compare, the class of 2015 and the class of 1976? From your own research, is there anything that make these teams look alike?
Yes, talk of quality. Actually, Gor Mahia got it right from the word go. They did the best signings in January this year, and that's why they managed to pull it. Though we can say, actually, there was no much challenge from Tusker.
There wasn't challenge?
Yes, Tusker.
There was Tusker, there was Ulinzi.
FC Ulinzi, but they never proved their worth, actually. Though they have the players. Look at Tusker. They have some of the best players in the country. But what went wrong with Kimanzi, I don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, so Gor Mahia had it from the word go. And this is the first time in many years I've watched Gor Mahia leading the log from the first day to the last day. Remember the first match they won 4-2 against Mathare United to give them, the goal advantage to go up the log. They've led all through from February up to now. So it's been absolutely a wonderful season for, you know, Frank Natal and his boys. They deserve it.
Was there good leadership? We look at the chairman, Gor Mahia, Ambrose Rachier, and then I'm sure you didn't see Peter Anyumba, the chairman of Gor Mahia when Gor won the league and beat in 1976.
Yes.
But from your readings, is there some comparison? Can we make comparison about the leadership back then and today?
Yeah, actually you have to give it to Rachier, Ambrose Rachier, for leading that team. Actually, he is the main factor why Gor Mahia is
main factor, not even the players?
Players as well, but Rachier also is a big element there. Look at AFC Leopards. What's the difference between AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia? Actually, if you ask me, is the chairman. We have the same challenges. AFC Leopards don't have a sponsor, Gor Mahia don't have a sponsor. Wage bill almost the same. But what went wrong for AFC Leopards? The chairman pulled off. Rachier stayed put, and there we have it.
Yeah, Alan Kasavuli was forced out of AFC Leopards, and then Dr. Walter Onyino also stepped aside from AFC Leopards. But then we've seen Gor Mahia, Ambrose Rachier, 3 consecutive, about 4 seasons now, or even going to 5, and then he's won 3 titles.
Yes.
That is very important for a club to be stable.
Very, very absolute. And remember, Rachier is going, you know, for FKF, you know, the top seat in the country. We don't know if we'll make it, but all the best to him, actually. But then again, we have to come down to Gor Mahia. We can't say he's been the best guy to manage the club, but he's tried his best. With all the challenges and, you know, obstacles that are coming, you know, time and again, he's managed to contain the team and pull it all through the year.
The 1976 squad was purely, you know, Kenyan players, right from the goalkeeper to the reserves. But the class of 2015, we've seen there are Burundians there. We have Rwandese players. We have Ugandan players. Would you say that the foreign legion has really helped Gor Mahia to get to this level?
Yeah, to be honest, on a scale of 100%, we have to give them 80%. They have been outstanding. Look at the type of quality they possess. The 2 wing backs, Aucho, Medi Kagere, and you know, those are wonderful players. And maybe we can say Gor Mahia is going international. That's why we have the Burundi.
I saw the fans even saying that you have outgrown the Kenyan Premier League. You now want the English Premier League.
That's them.
That's exaggerating to take another level. But of course, you cannot take away the fact that Gor Mahia is brimming with quality. But the question would be, will you be able to sustain this performance going into the African Champions League next season?
Actually, the biggest challenge that Gor Mahia have now is Champions League. Actually, they will be there. They were there last year. The other year, they were there actually this year. And you have to think about the big stage. Last year, they didn't make it past the pre-qualifiers. This year, actually, it went wrong. But next year, if they retain this team, the team they have at the moment, and maybe just, you know, some few additions here and there, they can go all the way to the group stage. The biggest challenge Mr. Nuttall and Ambrose Rachier have now is to retain these players.